welcome back. We rejoin our crew the morning after arriving in the mountainside childhood home of one Cam Strata.
I mean, Lyris is probably up before Cam is.
Yeah.
she's not looking pretty. She's taking up most of the bed and drooling.
Yeah, I think Lyris gets up and he's just like, I don't want to be caught here. And so just slips out the window the same way he came in. Shuts it behind himself.
Wade, no longer needing to sleep, thanks to a boon from the Lord of the Sealy Court, is I guess technically the first one up since he woke up like for the last time a few days ago. What's Wade been doing this evening?
Wade was probably working on because he's got to work on that spell, right? The one that we had.
Mm-hmm.
I think was it Dimension Door.
Yep.
So he's been working on that in his in the off hours, the sleepy time hours.
You've definitely got enough time to finish scribing that spell this evening.
Splendid.
And Lyris, you're being stealthy as you sneak out of Cam's window.
Yeah.
Just roll for that for me, would you?
Sure, why not? That's going to be a 25.
Yeah. You successfully sneak out of the window.
Yeah, he just kind of like leaps out into the soft snow and then pulls the window down behind himself and goes looking for Wade, who he expects to be up.
Yeah. Do you think Wade would have bothered to set up a tent?
Sure. Protection from the elements is always a good thing.
Yeah, so you're able to find him easily enough.
Yeah, just kind of go to the... He's like, oh, I don't want to just walk in.
Yes, who goes there?
Great and mighty wizard Wade, it is I, Lyris, your friend.
How yes, assist you?
What?
How may I assist you?
I was hoping that you could identify something for me.
Sure. Come on in.
He steps in and I'll get the magic box of paints and whatnot out of my bag.
Yeah, so Lyris puts down in front of you a small wooden box about a foot long that is much narrower in all the other dimensions. And when you open it up, there is it seems very shallow at first. There's a tray of brushes of all different shapes and sizes. Some of them look, they all look rather strange. One of them is like in the shape of a small carrot where the leaves are the bristles. There's another one that looks like a rose, another one that looks like a minnow, where the tail is made of the bristles. And when you lift that out, there's 4 pots of paint on a second level beneath it.
Fascinating. It should only take a few minutes.
All right, I really appreciate it. I found this down in Marig's lair.
That was certainly a very interesting time.
Yeah. We're sure that place is closed up, right?
When you say closed up, what do you mean?
I mean, we sealed it off, didn't we?
I honestly can't remember. We close it all.
Yeah, you had used your attunement to the crystal and its sort of terraforming capacity to make sure that the cavern collapsed.
Oh, yeah. We sort of destroyed that place.
All right. Good. I just don't want another creature wandering in there and taking over and, making trouble. Although, of course, then maybe we could get another boon from Oberyn. Game the system. Make it very attractive to something powerful.
You hear a voice faintly in your head. I appreciate the hustle. Not going to work, though.
Damn.
It isn't like we unleashed a giant and then got paid to track it down.
we do keep doing that.
At least we're cleaning up our messes. That's what really counts.
Indeed.
You cast Identify?
Yes.
Right, yes. Comes back, and this is a truly remarkable item. If you're familiar with Nolzur's marvelous pigments, this is those. You paint something, it becomes real. There are some limitations, of course.
Oh. So I can't just paint Cam and get two?
You could get what essentially amounts to a cardboard cutout of Cam. But say if you were to paint a door on a wall, there would be a door. If you were to paint a pit on the floor, there would be a hole.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there are some limitations. It can't be anything that's worth more than 25 gold pieces. If it is,
anyway.
Yeah. And there is a limit on how much it can cover, but it's a lot, so we're probably not going to hit that.
Yeah, that's fine. I've looked it up. I'll keep the stats on hand.
Yeah, use the 2014 one, not the 2024 one.
Okay.
Legacy.
I don't know which one this is, but that's fine. That's fine. Should be fine. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Wade. I've been curious ever since I picked these up.
How fabulous. Those pigments must be.
Well, now that I've been working hard on my, artistic skills, perhaps they'll aid us in the near future.
No, it is rather strange to go without sleep.
I can imagine. Or
So much free time.
What do you do all night?
Well, I was scribing a spell.
Did you have any visitors?
Not that I can recall.
Cam may have encouraged our new friend Bev to get friendly with you.
Interesting.
Cam, when she wakes up, she's going to go to her bedroom door. She wakes up a little bit disoriented, like she sits up real quick and almost doesn't remember where she is for a moment. Smooths out her hair, and she's gonna go over and listen at the door to see if she can hear if like her mom or anyone is like outside the door.
Make a perception check, please.
17.
There's nobody immediately outside the door, but you can hear some movement. Probably with the 17, sounds like coming from the big room. There's only really one room that's not a bedroom.
She's going to close her eyes and she holds on to her like holy symbol on her neck, and she just kind of whispers like, please don't see me. She's gonna cast greater invisibility on herself. And she's gonna open the door and she's gonna try to sneak out of there.
Wow. Such great use of a 4th level slot.
make a stealth check with advantage.
I almost used mislead, so let's just be thankful that that's not what she did. Okay. That is also a 17.
Yeah. You take a moment to steel yourself, and you open the door, and the first thing that hits you is the smell of breakfast in a scene that's probably a little bit strange to Cam. At the dining room table are your grandparents. Your mother is standing near the hearth working on some breakfast, and there are 4 place settings at the table.
She's still gonna go towards the door. And I realize that she's gonna have to open the front door. But yeah, she's gonna try to still sneak past and go find Wade or Lyris first.
Yeah. Greater visibility lasts for a minute?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, 17 will get it done. You time it just well enough, so you're like, I think, okay, nobody's looking now. Go!
Yeah, and she like probably ends up having to duck like just outside the front door and then like crouch away as the spell wears off.
There's a tiefling sitting on a rock smoking a cigarette.
Oh,
what are you doing, honey? All right. None of my business. That's fine.
Was just feeling a little bit disoriented this morning, and family's complicated.
It really is. That's why I try not to have too much. Now, honey, let me give you a little piece of advice. If you're trying to sneak out, window usually works a little better.
I normally, that's a good advice. You see, normally, my mom wouldn't even really care to notice that I was going in or out of the house, so it's a little bit odd at the moment for me.
None of my business.
Good morning, and have you seen my friends anywhere?
The blue fellas, yeah, they're over in the skinny one's tent.
For the Blue Man Group.
Thank you. And she's gonna head over that way. She doesn't care to make herself known. She goes right in.
Oh, morning.
Hi. Morning.
I hope you don't mind. I slipped out. I didn't want to risk running into your mother.
Oh,
Why? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Things are already so awkward between the two of them, and finding me there in her daughter's bedroom might have been even more awkward.
It's fine. I also snuck out of there too, so.
Well, that window's easy to get through, so
I didn't. I kind of used some magic to get away.
why didn't you just climb out the window like I
I
did?
didn't think about it. Is that a normal thing? People just do that?
Yes, that is what people do.
Oh.
Don't you remember when we were spying on people at the Hall of Weave and sneaking into windows and stuff?
I mean, if you're a nath, you just jump through the window.
Well, we were talking about people, not a nath.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I don't think I was there when you were doing that. Kind of
Well, that's
loud, so I don't generally do that sort of thing. But I think they were expecting me to join them for breakfast because I saw that they were making breakfast and there was 4 place settings at the table.
Was that meant to be you two and your grandparents?
Yes, they were there.
Well, maybe you should, if she's making an effort.
But what if they told her to do that or something, you know?
We do have more traveling to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to avoid it the entire time, that's your decision.
It did smell really good. And we've been kind of eating swamp foods or around a swamp, and even though the food that we had wasn't from the swamp, you could still smell everything in the swamp while you were eating the food, so...
It's true. And I just intended to try to find some berries and maybe a small rodent or something for breakfast, so you might be better off with whatever they have.
Oh, okay. She says, all right. she kind of turns. It's definitely like she's waiting for somebody to stop her, but no one does. Which leaves you
Guess
really
I'll
awkwardly.
go then.
Yeah.
No
So
one needs me.
If you're sure. And then Bev just sees her kind of like dragging her feet a little bit as she goes towards the door, but she does her thing of like sort of summoning her chipper morning self to kind of burst through the door and say, "Good morning."
Oh, Cam, when did you go outside? I thought, never mind. Did you sleep okay?
I slept. It was better than sleeping on the ground.
Good.
Yeah. That looks good, she says, and she walks over to the table and just picks up like a piece of food and puts it in her mouth and then sits down.
Yeah, there's nothing fancy. It looks like, your mother is a capable wilderness survivalist and it's probably not too much different than what Lyris was going to come up with, but there is a little bit of, she left some supplies here. A lot of the more fresh vegetables had spoiled, and not a lot of meat left, but she's managed to scrounge up some eggs and made some porridge and collect some berries, and nice, oatmeal and scrambled eggs kind of breakfast. So would you like some tea?
Oh yes, actually,
do you
I
drink
would.
tea?
I do, yes. Honestly, since we've been on the road, we've kind of just been drinking wine whenever we could. So we have some things to do in the mountain, and she looks at her grandparents. You guys are planning on staying here for a little bit longer?
Oh yes, if there's not a immediate rush to head further south, it would be nice to regain our bearings for a little while. I understand we've been trapped in the swamp for about 40 years, best I can tell.
Well, Sten's Gap is actually a really good place to kind of dip your toes back into like society, I guess. It's very small, not overwhelming like the city. So we're probably going to take the others to Sten's Gap, and then we have to head north from there for just a day or so.
All the three of them look and confer with each other. It's like, well, when you're not leaving right now, are you?
She takes a bite of porridge. I think the plan is to get into the mountain as quickly as possible, just because we have some things to talk to our giant friend about.
Right. Well, Gina, Andrea, I am sorry. Would you like to come to town with us, all four of us together? He kind of looks indecisive for a moment. I think it's been long enough. Yeah. I'll go too. I can show you the way back. Yeah. You'll need someone to show you the way back. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, just let us know when you're ready to go, I suppose, after breakfast.
Oh, yeah. I think they're gonna hunt for their breakfast, so I could stay here for a bit. Eat with you guys, and then we can leave. It takes another bite of her food.
That sounds great. Let me know if you want any more of anything else or something else.
I think she's like, she's kind of weirded out by the motherliness at the moment. She's like, that's fine. I can get things. I know where things are.
That's fine.
And I think this goes on for a while. This is like she is trying, but it's just like interacting with a whole new person, even though that's normally something that she enjoys. She's like still on the fence about a lot of stuff. So they have a breakfast, and she does.
It's awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward, and Cam just randomly blurts things out about like their travel so far. So she's like, when there's like a lull in the conversation, she'll say something like, when I met Lyris the first time, he almost he almost cut Wade's throat by accident, and it was kind of my fault. Or she'll be like, my friend Annette ate an egg that we found in a basement and exploded. She puts things in the worst possible way as they're having dinner or breakfast, and yeah, it's an awkward time for sure.
Tell Gustav and Daphne are like, is this normal? She seems happy.
And Cam wouldn't even know if it's normal. She has no frame of reference for this.
Yeah, you have an awkward breakfast. Lyris scrounges up some food for himself and perhaps some of the other refugees if there's enough.
Yeah, if I can find enough.
Yeah. And, at some point in the morning, all done eating, all packed up and ready to go into town. Do you have a destination in town in mind, or are you just going to sort of let a dozen people loose in the town square?
I mean, they're all adults.
I think.
Well, most of them are adults.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe taking them to, like, what was it, Thembus?
Mm-hmm.
So like the city hall, I think, might be somewhere that she suggests, like just so they can get their bearings. If anyone's looking for work and wants to stay this way, maybe that's a good spot for them to be. Or she might suggest the oh no, actually she might not suggest the guild because they're working on a giant's manor, probably. There was also an inn, so she might suggest the inn as well, in case someone's looking for a place to stay, and she would be willing to put in some money for them to have like a, so that they would be fine for like a week, maybe.
A week?
Yeah.
Oh, if people are staying.
Yeah.
I see.
Put them up in an inn for like a week if they're staying here.
And yeah, and we'll make sure that everyone has what they need to, like everyone who has to stay the day because we're traveling up the mountain, make sure that that's covered as well. Hopefully we can get some sort of group rate. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a relatively short journey into town, a couple of hours, made easier by going downhill. And are we heading to City Hall or to the inn, the Orvane, first?
I think City Hall first, just for them to, like, get reacquainted with the town, right, and see if there's anything for, maybe someone had been looking for some of them in a while or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Also, maybe
suggestions as well.
Also, maybe just to tell them, like, hey, we cleared out the swamp. If people want to travel that way.
True.
Sure. So to the City Hall of Sten's Gap. Yeah. It's one of the larger buildings in the center of town, and a group of this many people arriving into town, especially from the west, definitely draws some attention from the locals. After a while, people are poking their heads out of windows, and word seems to be getting around as you go through town. And yeah, you come up to City Hall. It seems like just about everybody has come with you, regardless of whether or not this is their intended final destination. Yeah, and you are just outside the tall double wooden doors of this large stone building.
Just gonna head right on in.
Bringing in everybody with you?
No, sorry. I guess they need some guidance. So, all right, we're going to talk to Town Hall just about the situation here, and then we'll be taking all of you to an inn where you can get some proper shelter and rest until we return, and then those of you who wish to continue with us may.
Some murmuring and nodding.
All right, let's go, gang.
Yeah. You open the doors to City Hall and see the somewhat familiar, shrunken, bent over, old, very aged figure of this gnome Thembus behind the reception desk in this front room of City Hall. You're back?
Mr. Shonklemo. Yes, we're back.
Miss, please.
Is it Miss?
Yes.
I was under the impression it was a man this whole time.
Look, I know I'm old, but good lord.
I'm so sorry.
Way to assume.
Miss Shonklemo, we have some refugees from the swamp with us.
What do you mean?
Well, we cleared out the monster that was causing it to be a dangerous place, and it turns out that a lot of people were there under some kind of spell.
He's like looking you up and down, trying to get the sense if you're trying to pull a fast one on her or something. You're serious?
Of course.
Have you had any reports of people going missing in that direction and not returning for many years?
Yeah.
Do you have names? I'm sure we had a list of names of the refugees, right, that we could present for her to cross-reference.
Well, we could, I'm sure. That'd take a lot of looking up, but you brought them here. Why? To me, at City Hall, here.
Well, we have no real intent, although some of them may wish to settle here and might need some guidance.
That makes sense.
We are taking them further east as well, and so I don't know if any or how many might be wanting to stay here.
Sir, we just figured that, a Stenik might want to know that the road west is maybe safe to travel now, and
that would be a significant development for this isolated little spit of land.
Mm-hmm.
I will make sure he hears it, and I suspect he'll be wanting to send out an expedition to verify it.
Of course.
Is there a lot of where would one go to look for work around here if some of them wanted to stay and help out?
Well, let me think here. There's Alexandra at the Stone Divers is always looking for more people. There's you might get lucky with Toman, and then Leo at Benson's General Goods sometimes is hiring, but not too much recently. But if there's going to be expeditions leaving to the west, then they're going to be buying things from Leo, so he'll probably need some help.
I'll pass that all along, I suppose.
Just gonna look at Wade and Lyris. what is it, 12 threads? They said they wanted to go back west. I wonder if they would prefer to go with the expedition.
Well, that depends. Are they going to be going all the way to Yunura?
I don't know. How thorough do you think they would have to be to verify that? She looks at Fembus.
That's a question that is very, very much not something that I'm going to worry about.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be in the hands of the mayor and any of his aides.
Okay.
Well, perhaps it would be prudent for the mayor to maybe welcome this group that will be staying in the town for a day or two while we head up into the mountains.
He's not here yet. But I'm gonna let him know all this. This is gonna be a big deal. Where are you going to be putting them up?
Well, we were going to take them to the inn. Is the Orvain an inn, or is that just a tavern?
It's also an inn, yeah.
Okay, then the Orvain.
I'll tell him to meet them there. And I'm understanding that you're heading out of town immediately?
I believe so.
All right. I'll check in when you get back.
We will. Oh, gonna glance at the little statuette thing that Fembus had on display. My mother was she's back, and I think she's creating again. You seemed like you were interested in her statuette, so
I'm very interested in her statuettes. Is she here?
Yeah, actually she did come. She's outside.
Just hops down from the chair, head vanishes underneath the counter. Comes around the counter. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's.
All right. Head outside. She's gonna look for her mom amongst the group.
Easy enough to find.
She realizes she doesn't really know how to get her mom's attention. She goes, Andrea.
Just as you're about to say that, Fembus has actually clocked her. Says, Andrea! Turns around. It's like she knew that she was probably going to run into some people that she knew here, but now it's happening. Fembus, it's good to see you. Where the hell have you been? It doesn't matter. Look, we're just glad you're back, and your daughter here says you might be creating again. I'm a big fan of your work. And they have this conversation for a little while. Says, well, I haven't really. I need to get reset back up at my workshop, and whenever all that's done, you just let me know. And from a few feet away, you hear, Dembus, is that you? And then some tiny gnomish legs as one of the gnomes who was traveling with you, and just tackles her into the ground. Ellie? Eliwick? We all thought you had died, if I'm being completely honest. Just pokes her in the forehead. This is my great grandniece, twice removed. Yeah. Is that right? Yes. Then there's this very happy gnomish family reunion of these two people who seem to be very close to each other for not being closely related at all. And your mother uses that opportunity to kind of slip away back around a few other people. It's like, it looks like this is done now. Okay, I'm going.
I'll give them a minute, and then we'll take the group to the Orvain.
I'm gonna stay here with my aunt, if you don't mind. But thank you for all that. I think I've got some family to reconnect with.
Absolutely. Glad to help.
Yeah. And now down 17 to 16 of the refugees following you to the Orvain. You enter into the Orvain towards the north side of town. The rather commanding figure of Alexander Caspary, who usually takes up the entire back booth, is not there. Instead, there is the proprietor standing behind the counter a little bit earlier than usual. Toman, the dwarvish fellow who runs this inn tavern. Back, are ya?
Yeah, we have a lot of friends with us this time. He's gonna
Friends?
move in, and anyone who follows, like.
Looks like I'm gonna owe Alexandra some money. I didn't think you were gonna come back.
Oh, that's. I don't know how to feel about that, but good for Alexandra.
Hey, look, it's not personal. Nobody's ever done it before.
Well, nobody's done a lot of things that I've done.
Apparently so. That's a lot of people.
Yes, we were hoping you have room for them all.
Room. One. Counts them up. If they don't mind sharing, we can accommodate everybody.
Well, that should probably be fine. Who's sharing?
Wow. Wow.
I'm just saying, if she's awful, maybe they will mind him.
When human woman walks by, I'm sharing. Do you guys mind sharing and doubling up, maybe tripling up even? She looks over at the group as a whole.
And some people volunteer. It's like, I'll share. We'll stay together. And it ends up sorting out into 5 rooms worth of people through some doubling and tripling up. And so, how long you need to be staying?
Well, for the group as a whole, probably only a day or two. But some may wish to stay on after that and make their home here. And I guess we could make arrangements for that when the time comes.
Okay, well, just for one night for 5 rooms, be 5 gold pieces, please.
I think Cam will put a platinum piece on the counter, just in case we take a bit longer than we meant to.
2 nights. Very good. Meals included. Is there All right, everybody, you've had your rooms paid for. Come on around and I'll get you your keys and show you to where you can stay. We'll get you some food. Welcome to Sten's Gap, I guess. We don't get visitors very much.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of an explanation. We got rid of whatever was causing problems in the swamp, and it seems like it's okay to pass through now.
You cleared passage through the swamp.
Yeah, Wade even she points to Wade, made like a direct path. I don't think it goes all the way through, but at least goes halfway through.
And you built a road. You all really have done a lot of things other people haven't done.
Wait till we tell you about the forgotten giant civilization under the ocean.
I have time.
Um,
In a few minutes,
Fortunately,
I
we
need
do
to get
not.
these people bunked up first. Administrative things ensue. Keys are distributed. People are shown to rooms and lodgings. Some of them come back down, depending on how long you stay around to get some food. Others head out to explore, seek work, seek more permanent lodgings.
all right. Well, should we contact her and have her bring us directly, or should we make our way up the mountain the old-fashioned way?
I don't. Do we know how often she can do that?
No.
Um,
She has given us no insight into the limits of her power.
Wasn't it like once a day? I remember we had to like wait until the following day for her to teleport us back, if I remember correctly.
That was teleporting us back, which is a different function to my understanding. Bringing us to her is a function of the magic items she gave us, and he points to the Storm Seer's insignia.
Well, if it is different, then I don't see any reason not to ask her to do it. But if it isn't, I would suggest that we keep that for when we need to come back in case something happens. But I mean, I could just ask. Except, oh yeah, she does have it. I guess I have to ask anyway, right? Or can we talk?
Or we just ask and find out, right?
Okay. Alright, she's going to cast Sending to Elvatende. She says, morning, Elvatende. We're wondering if you could bring us back. She says, as part of one of the. We have a deal to talk to you about. Yeah, she says again. This is at 21 now. Can you do that? And she says more than once after the limit is ended.
And after a short time, Alvatende's deep, resonant voice like fills your entire head. Cam, good to hear from you again. It's been longer than I expected. Give me a few minutes.
She says okay, and then realizes she can't hear that. She needs a few minutes, but she said it's been longer than she expected, so I guess it's a good thing that we're going there.
Has it been that long?
I guess we kind of went down, then we came back up. She's like,
I suppose, but
I don't know. I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, so you wait around for a few minutes. Then Tam suddenly disappears.
Oh. Oh.
Followed by
About to
Lyris,
happen.
followed by Wade. And you all appear in that familiar receiving room that you've landed in every time now in Alvatende's castle. Things looking a little bit more put together. It looks like there's been a lot of work done here.
Oh. Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Well,
Very
you
nice.
have been gone nearly a month.
We really?
Excuse me?
You have been gone nearly a month. It's good to hear from you again. I was getting concerned.
Really did not feel like a month.
I guess things did seem a little bit chillier outside.
Were we in that swamp longer than we realized?
Probably.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
oh
I
no.
did. You were like, I did tell you about the reports of strange temporal effects there.
Yes.
Wait, you've been gone from your job for a whole month.
I mean, I feel like this sort of ties into, my job in some ways, right? Sometimes wizards go off and do some research and stuff.
You
Oh,
say
yeah,
that
it's
as
called-
if we have any idea what wizards do in their spare time.
Yes, we'll qualify this as necessary research.
Oh,
I have people starting construction on the tavern. If I've been gone for a month, either they're well into it by now, or they're waiting for my approval after their initial inspection, and I don't know which one it is.
oh, what about Brilliant and Bobbles? They now have a month ahead of us. What if there's so many things that could have happened?
Yeah, but they already lied to us and moved on with their lives. It's not like they're running from us. Oh man, the whole city could be in ruins by now, for all we know.
It's not.
Okay. Okay, so quick question, because we have to know things. You can draw us to you whenever you wish, right? That's part of this thing?
Not necessarily whenever I wish. I must be in this place physically, and I can only draw one of you at a time, and, well, taps some crystals that are embedded in the wall, and these are very old, and they need some time to recharge after a use.
But it is separate from your magic that teleports us elsewhere.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. We also, in our adventure in the swamp and clearing out the creature that has been causing so much of a disturbance, came into contact with a particular acquaintance of yours.
Is that so?
Yes, the King of the Sealy Court.
Is that who has been... And pray, what did he tell you?
Well, he's not a fan of yours.
I don't know why.
And this is him, not me. We are grateful for your patronage. He finds you to be too nosy, and he doesn't like you looking into matters of the Fae.
That makes sense. That explains a lot of the difficulties I have been having investigating the well in my basement.
Oh.
Oh. And we're just you were doing that just to ensure that there's no future trouble with the Fomorians and that sort of thing, right?
And to understand why there's a portal to the Feywild in my basement.
Was it not there before?
It was not active before. I'd hypothesized that at one point it was an active portal, likely an entry point for the Fomorians into the Feywild in their ill-fated siege.
They used your portal to get...
Well, it was theirs at the time.
So this fort used to belong to them?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes a lot more sense. And that underwater city, or whatever it was that we found, was that theirs, or was that the Storm Giants?
It's unlikely that it was Fomorian. They cannot breathe underwater and require extra magic, whereas my people can.
Okay. Interesting.
But there was some sort of magic that made it so that I didn't have to breathe water down there.
Oh. Fascinating.
It was an interesting place. Perhaps we should have you join us down there at some point.
I believe that would be a good idea. At some point, to be sure.
Yes, there's more urgent matters to deal with. Speaking of, we came to sort of mediate between you and Oberon. Hopefully we can reach a mutual understanding wherein you try not to scry or look too much into Fey matters without discussing with him first.
If by scrying or looking into Fey matters he means putting my head down the well to see what's on the other side of the portal.
He did mention seeing your head.
It's making a lot of sense, though.
But I can understand where he's coming from, having suffered a giant invasion in the past.
His message has been delivered, and I will handle it accordingly from here.
Will you be handling it amicably?
I would be a fool to attempt to get on the bad side of an archfey with a door to my house.
Well, I agree, but you are very powerful, and I don't know the limits of what you're capable of.
It is not as high of a limit as an archfey.
Great.
Yeah.
So, whenever we next speak to him, we can assure him that things are...
I will speak to him.
Okay.
Now that I know who has been grabbing my face with an invisible hand and pushing me back out the portal.
That does sound right. Based on our limited interactions with him. He did gift us things, though, in exchange for what we've helped him with. I don't believe that there's any reason to mistrust him.
Oh, there's every reason to mistrust him. They're very capricious entities. They will hold to the letter of their word, but not the spirit of it.
Well, let's hope this power isn't taken from us at any time that we need it.
Is there anything else that...
Those were my urgent pieces. You too?
no. That's mostly what we wanted to talk to you about, because he kind of implied that he might give us another reward if we talk to you.
Well, you've spoken with me now, so
Well, when the relationship is all patched up and everyone's getting along, make sure you remind him that your Heralds of the Storm mediated for this to all be set well.
and rid him of his problem. The way I see it, he owes me.
I wouldn't lead with that.
I've handled entities like this before. I can do it again.
Very well.
Also, I found somebody who I think is going to be able to make you those slippers I was talking about. So...
Yeah.
Yes, Scam has her priorities.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm guessing they probably need time to settle somewhere first, but I'm going to keep on them about it, and hopefully, he actually looks down at Alva 10 Days' feet. Maybe I could get your measurements while I'm here.
All right. I don't make it a lot easier to make shoes if you know what size they're supposed to be.
She's just gonna use some string and
Yeah, she's I'm a 76-28 wide.
Things I never thought I would write down.
But yes, now you have that's not the measurements. I just made that up.
But
yes,
Cam knows the actual size.
Yes, you have Alva 10 Days shoe size.
Let's see. What else was there that's urgent? Has there been any developments in our absence?
It's been rather quiet. The only developments that have been going on around here are construction. Your friend Alexandra that you connected me with and her people have been doing excellent work.
They are talented and they were in need of work, so this is a very mutually beneficial arrangement.
Indeed it is.
I'm glad it's working out. Does that mean that we have rooms better than the ones Anath prepared for us?
Yes, we were able to drain the water.
Good. I don't even know how he got it in there.
It was rather impressive. Such a little man, such a lot of water.
The way you've said that makes me concerned now that it came out of him.
It's best not to ask too many questions.
I feel like I'm forgetting something important. Were there other things that we needed to bring to her attention?
Uh-huh.
And actually, well, if you would like to see what's been done in the last month, which I gather from your reaction has not felt like quite so long to you.
Yes, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing all that they've done.
Yes. And yeah, make a a perception or investigation check, or one of those.
That's a 23 to perception.
23.
Yeah, my perception is off the charts now.
That'll do. Yeah, the first thing she does is actually take you downstairs into the basement area where all the weird warped stone had manifested itself during your fight with those Nothics and other things. And all that is gone. It's been cut back to the shape that it used to be, but you can see, even though it has been polished, that there still is some remnant in the stone from that, and other places have been patched in where the stone bent in. But down towards the end of that long hallway with the well in it, there's just a big pile of this warped, altered stone that has got some kind of magic circle scribed around it, and all these sorts of different like candles and wards. There's some intense magic going on this pile of stone. Alvatende seems most interested in the well, and one of the fascinating things when I came down here, before I got my face pushed back through, is very, very short distance on the other side of this portal is a portal connected directly to the positive energy plane. I think that's why they were so interested in this portal in particular.
Interesting.
There's other portals to the Feywild that would be easier to access than one guarded by me.
And what could these creatures accomplish getting to the positive energy plane?
It's when you're dealing with the far outer planes, not just the inner planes like the Feywild, but the ones that are really far out there, it is much easier to redirect a portal from one to another than to create an entirely new one. I'm guessing they were going to try and bend that portal to the positive energy plane to connect to one of the other outer planes.
Interesting. Such as the Far Realm.
Such as the Far Realm.
Not so far after all.
Well, it is for now, thankfully.
Mercifully.
That makes a lot of sense.
There were a couple things also when we were in the swamp. We found another crystal that was kind of different than...
Different?
Yeah, it had a different color to it, didn't it?
Yes. What
That's ringing a bell, but above the table, I don't recall.
It was when we were in the Merrick's bog underneath. There was like that crystal near the statue or something like that. That was like, I think, green instead of the blue.
Yes.
It was like it was covered in a green lattice.
That's right, yeah. It was blue, though, in nature, right?
Yeah, it was mostly blue flecked with green. Yeah.
I thought the green, though, was like a spell or something that was afflicting it.
Yeah, the green was traced around the surface of it, like a net almost carved into the crystal.
But still, maybe Alvatinde knows what that might be.
And also this, and she's gonna take out the bone, that kind of like resonated with her from that we found on Merrig.
In Merrig.
In Merrig.
Interesting. Let me take a look at that first. He takes this in her massive hand, this just like grain of sand worth of bone. Or closes her eyes for a minute and they, flash open white. Oh, take good care of this.
Oh, okay. She takes it back.
What is it?
That is something that any student of the arcane would love to get their hands on, myself included. This entity, you said you found this inside of it? Yes?
Yeah, like it wasn't its bone. It was like a different thing on it or in it.
It's like grafted to a rib cage or something, right?
Yeah.
Was this entity hoarding valuables?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She points to the snail shell that she's still dragging around. She's dragging it through the house.
thought that was a new backpack.
Yeah, it was hoarding a lot of valuables.
And that would explain why people had been going missing in the swamp. Very good. There are certain kinds of entities. Do you know what happens when a god dies?
Oh, yeah, they go to like the astral sea or something like that.
Exactly. And over time, their remains will break apart, get scattered around, and if a shard of a deity's corpse, such as a fragment of bone, hits a pocket of chaos, manifesting itself in the astral sea, entities can form around them. Certain types of entities can be born this way, and I believe you had found yourself one.
Oh.
Yes, this is a very, very fine shard of divine bone. Hold on to it.
What does it do anything?
Not by itself, but there's immense power even in that much. Sure, if you don't have any use for it, I'm sure I could put it to use.
She tucks it away. Actually, I think I want to keep that.
You did find it.
Where exactly is this astral sea? Is that beyond the Illuminous Inlet?
She laughs. This is, I know it is the plane that connects the other planes.
Oh. Okay, that explains why I've never heard of it.
It's more of the space between.
What were to happen if that connection was broken?
Which connection?
Well, you said that the astral sea connects the other planes, right?
Yes, in the sense that the water fills in between the continents.
I was just curious, like, what would happen if that connection was broken?
I think about it for a moment. I don't know that would be possible.
I don't know if anything is truly impossible.
Well, that's fair and very wizardly of you. With the proper application of magic, anything should be possible. I don't believe there is existing any creature that could channel enough of the weave to affect that.
Oh, what if they had a divine bone?
Well, if what she just told us is right, and that dead gods are floating around in there, I don't think a piece of bone is going to be enough to change the way things are. But
do you want to poke a hole in the astral plane, Wade?
No, I just... It's interesting understanding how things work. And sometimes I wonder, like, well, what if the way that things worked was disrupted? What would it look like then?
usually death and destruction, in my experience.
Often, not always.
There was I once stayed at this inn where the bed was made of sort of like there was water inside of it, and one of my earrings poked a hole inside of the bed, and everything
Death and
flooded out.
destruction ensued, I'm sure.
Yes, exactly. I think that's what would happen, right?
Yes, if we were to manage to puncture the astral sea in such a way that it started flooding into here, ooh, that would not. Let's not try and do that, even if it is possible. Let's not try and do that. I don't think it can be done. It also should not be done.
Now I kind of want to do it.
I'm
Is that
On a
bad?
different, on a
Well,
different note,
you've never been there, have you? I think you should go there first and see what it is like,
It's
and
a
decide if you
wonderful
want
idea.
that here all the time. And I will stop you, to be very clear.
I'm
From
with her on
going
this one.
there or from doing it?
I missed the first part of that.
Will you stop us from going to the Astral Sea or doing the bad thing?
Oh, no, you can go there all you want. I will stop you from doing the bad thing.
That's fair. That's fair. I wonder if there's a way to find out what would happen without actually making it happen.
Well, I could take you back to that inn so that you could see for yourself the kind of.
Some of the boards are still warped.
There you go. Water beds exist now.
I don't know if there was anything else that we wanted to discuss, and there's so many things that have happened.
I do have a
Mama?
question, and I don't know that you'd be able to answer it. A while back, one of those creatures that we fought here, the Nothics, it did something to my brain, and it hasn't been the same since. The concept of the space between brought it back to mind because I feel like there is a space in my mind between thoughts.
That's strange. As far as I know, they're mostly harmless parasites that try to scrape the world for as much knowledge as they can find. Did you feel like your head had been gone through?
I suppose it sort of rendered me unconscious immediately.
Well, I suspect that it knows everything that you do now, at the very least.
Oh, well, I guess I'm fortunate that that was some time ago. So there's new things that it doesn't know.
Indeed. If it was to happen, when you know as little as possible is the best time.
Did you want me to detect magic on you?
I suppose that might help.
I don't know if
It's a ritual.
I just don't know if what it did to me is something that will persist, if there's something tangibly different about my mind, if there's something I should be doing with it.
I think identify would probably be more helpful. I shall identify you.
Lyris.
Hello, my name is. Yeah, you cast Identify, and there are no magical effects affecting Lyris that you aren't expecting to be there. Whatever happened did its work and is done.
You are not under any magical effects that I can detect, that I don't expect to be there.
That makes sense. This was some time ago. That would be a long time to maintain a spell.
But you say you still feel off?
Different.
Have you noticed any new abilities? Any enhanced control over your thoughts or the environment around you? Heightened senses?
Well, my senses are sharper than most by quite a wide margin. I've been training very hard, but I haven't seen any new abilities other than what Oberon gave me.
Perhaps it would be worthwhile to spend some time exploring the space between your thoughts, as you put it. See what's there.
That makes sense. That's the same advice Cam gave me.
Looks at you. Good advice.
Oh, I have that sometimes.
Well then, I guess all that's left is, would you be willing to teleport us back to Sten's Gap in the morning?
I certainly can.
Do you want to look in this pile of stuff that I have here? Some of it was quite beautiful and maybe could spruce up the place.
Well, I can't help but notice that shell that you are lugging around.
Oh, yeah. We got it off of a creature. There was a lot of weird creatures in the swamp.
Yes.
Really? I really hated that snail.
Yes. The aptly named flail snail, if I'm not mistaken. The shell is, as I gather you figured out, resistant towards most forms of magic. It's quite the useful thing. There are many people who would pay quite a lot of coin to get this as a raw material.
I was rather hoping we might be able to utilize some of it as a shield for Cam and then maybe sell off the rest.
Well, you may be in luck. I may be able to fashion a shield from this for her.
Oh. That would be really cool.
It will take time and probably additional resources, but if you don't mind, I could either send you off after those resources, or I'm sure the portion of the shell that I do not need to fashion the shield would be more than enough to acquire them.
I'd be okay with that.
Which one?
Well, the second one, I think, is...
Well, I'm good either way. So I guess we do have things that we're supposed to do after this.
Yes.
I guess it depends where those
after-
resources would have to be gathered from. Sorry, wait.
Good.
Did you say
No,
something?
I said
Phil?
you're good.
Okay.
You're fine.
Well, I'll have to let you know, I suppose. It would take some time to even come up with a plan. Being able to mold this and enchant this into something that powerful will take some time. If you would like me to contact you before I go and spend your hard-earned shell.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're open to either way. Just let us know what's going to be best.
I do kind of need it to carry everything we were carrying for a bit.
Yes, you have that's right, it's just filled with pottery, right?
Not, it was like the art objects. So yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
number of different things. I think the only specifically pottery stuff is the stuff I'm carrying.
It just said like 3,000 something gold pieces worth of art.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever that entails.
It was 3750 gold pieces worth of art.
Well, if you don't want to keep lugging that around, if you leave it all here, as we spoke in our original agreement, the more you are able to help me rebuild and refurbish this place, the more powerful magic I will be able to offer to assist you.
I do have some other financial obligations in Crystal Harbor, but perhaps I could just take a few choice pieces with me then?
Entirely up to you.
How much were you looking at, Lyris? Did you have like a figure in mind?
I don't have an exact figure. That's what I was supposed to be coming back in a week to find out. Though, hopefully things aren't at a standstill now that we've been gone for a month.
See.
But I need to pay workers, materials. Fortunately, the structure of the building seems sound, but it might cost a small fortune to get everything back up and running.
Well, thankfully, we do have some refugees who might be in need of work if that type of work suits them.
That's true. I still need to pay them.
Yes. Was there any way for us to determine how much you needed for that? Or at least to get started?
Well, that's the first people I hired. That's what their job was going to be, was to tell me.
You had
what it's gonna
also
cost.
hired them to like close in, like make it airtight, like watertight,
Yes.
make it good on the outside again, and gut the place.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's probably a month's worth of work anyway, or whatever. But yeah, but I don't know the exact figures yet for what it's going to cost me, and that's
Okay. Well,
Would it- Oh, go ahead.
what if we just take like as she kind of rummages through trying to pick out things that look like they're valuable but on the smaller side that she could carry?
that's basically what I was suggesting. Is like maybe we'll take like I don't know, depending on what we can gather out of it, 1,000, 1,500, something like that.
Sure. Yeah, you're able to do that.
And
Okay.
then leave the rest with her
Hmm.
so that she can continue to do stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, I do support her rebuilding all this and having more options to supporting us. It's mutually beneficial.
I think
Oh, I also have some of the snail's actual flails. Do you know of any valuable use for them? Probably more of a Broxel question, but I figured I'd ask.
Well, I'm certain there could be some alchemical value in them, but you may have good luck selling them to a weaponsmith.
That would be interesting.
I think when Cam's digging around in there, she also finds she finds a piece of art that looks like it's maybe more on the faded side, not very well kept, and so it's all in the pile. It's mostly looking for a frame, and then tucks that under her arm. I think that was all that I needed to tell you. And
Yes.
she glances at the other two.
I think maybe we should just get a good night's rest and head back to Sten's Cap and bring them down the mountain in the morning.
It is probably like 1 o'clock right now. There's still a good amount of day left.
We already paid them for a night at the inn and everything. I suppose,
We spend the day around here hanging out.
we're
but
probably in needed downtime anyway.
Yeah.
But I think Cam goes to check out the progress on her room, especially now that it's not full of water.
Yeah, and at some point, if any of you head outside, there's like a little makeshift village that's popped up in the courtyard here of some quickly assembled shacks where some of the builders are living. And you go outside and you see someone who looks familiar at first, but you think, is that Alexandra? And then you assume that she's got purple horns, purple crystalline horns when you see her outside. Not the green ones that you're familiar with. But on that,
do some like light mingling and see if there's any needs that they have that they haven't been able to see to.
Yeah, and I think it's just a little bit after 7:30 So on that light mingling, I think it's a good time to go take our break while the players get at least half a day's worth of downtime. And we'll be back here in a few minutes. So get your snacks, get your drinks, get whatever you got to get, but make sure you're back here in like 5 minutes. Welcome back. Hope you're hydrated. Hope you got snacks. I know I did.
Never hydrated.
It happened once. Right. Shanks, I believe Lyris was about to do something when we left off.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my rounds through the little shanty town of stoneworkers and whatnot, and see if anyone has any pressing matters, or also very curious about why Alexandra looks different suddenly.
Yeah. So you look around the shanty town for a bit, and most of the stoneworkers aren't here. You catch up to, it's like, is that Alexandra? It has to be. Hi, Lyris, you're back. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. How have you been?
We haven't had this much work in quite a long time.
Well, I'm glad to have helped out.
Here, why don't you come? You got time to spare? I'd love to show you what we've got planned for the place.
Yeah, sure. I can take a look at that.
Sure, just this way. And she leads you to another one of these buildings, very quickly constructed, which is just looks like it's set up to be a small office. There's a desk, a table, a lamp in here. Not much else. You notice as soon as you get inside and the door closes, her horns are green. Once again, as you might expect, semi-translucent crystalline horns.
Can I ask you something personal?
I'm not seeing anybody, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, no.
I'm just messing with you.
Don't get me wrong. There was a time when I would have been very interested. But, your horns. They seem to be green inside and purple outside.
Yes.
Why is that?
I think it's the way they catch the light, natural light. They appear green under, but lamp light and firelight. Or the other way. That was me getting confused. Under natural light, they appear purpley, and under firelight, they appear green.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Me neither. There are some gemstones that do it. Alexandrite.
Yes.
Where do you think I got my name?
Ah, that makes a lot of sense now. In fact, I've never even seen a tiefling with crystalline horns like that.
Me neither.
So you're a bit of a peculiarity, then.
So it would seem, or my parents ate too many gemstones before they had me.
Well, that would explain the gem they gave birth to.
But we're here to look at some plans, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if there was any issues that you were all facing. I know that these mountains can be treacherous.
Some of my men had a run-in with a Yeti a few weeks ago, but they were able to handle it and got away with just some minor injuries. But apart from that, it's been fairly smooth. It's been nice. No, having an employer who can control the weather.
Yes, it's very nice having someone like Albatinde watching your back.
It is. So those Yeti got one look at her and they went running.
Do you have many people coming and going?
Well, we've got about a dozen people who stay up here all the time, and then more who rotate out. People like to go home every so often for some reason.
Well, if need be, we could always hunt down the Yeti and remove it from the situation.
No, I don't think they'll be a problem anymore, but if they are, I know who to go to.
Yes, Zemali's premier monster hunter.
And I had something that she was going to ask you that just went. Somebody cast Modify Memory on me.
I'm level 13 now.
Well, if you do have, I understand that some of these rooms are yours. If you've got any requests, let us know.
I'm a pretty simple man. I just need, comfortable place to sleep, and really, that's it. I'm fairly self-sufficient.
Don't forget the shower.
I don't think that they have what would be needed to make a shower here, but
they could make a nice setup for a waterfall. Someone else would have to come in and do the plumbing. They can install the fixture.
But yeah, I don't want for much, the basic necessities.
And I'm sorry if this is a personal question. That room that was flooded wasn't yours.
No,
Okay.
It was not.
Well, that's what Alvitende said, but I assumed she was confused. We drained it anyway.
Good. Yes, that was an ass doing. That was not something any of us wanted.
Well, then if you don't have any requests or anything like that right now, I should get back to work. And unless you want to help moving heavy things and get your novice stonemasonry training, there's probably not much for you to do around here.
Yeah, I think me and my crew are just in for a little bit of rest tonight, and then we're heading back out in the morning.
Well earned, I'm sure, with whatever you've been up to for the last month.
Oh, we defeated the creature that was causing magical instability in the swamp and made it safe to traverse again.
That's incredible.
We are monster hunters, after all.
That's been plaguing decades.
Yes, even the king of the Sealy court didn't seem willing to do it himself, but he did reward us for doing it.
Wow. I am just blown away.
Yeah,
And
well,
here I was hassling you about asking if I was single.
well, you should know that I am rather swept away by my adventuring partner, Cam.
Lucky lady?
I think I'm the lucky one.
Probably.
But yes, so with that knowledge, don't be afraid to ask us for help should anything become bothersome.
Well, I will ask you first. If you can open up this entire coast for trade with the West again, I'm sure there's nothing you can't do.
Yes, well, next step is opening up the bay, I think.
Even without that, you may have revitalized this little strip of land.
Good. There's also a number of refugees currently in Sten's Gap who may be staying to do work. Some of them are heading further east.
Good to know. Well, if any of them come looking to work with me, I'm sure there will be plenty to do.
Any particular jobs you need filled?
Well, there's this one, of course, and if what you say is true and trade with the West is now possible, then we'll be needing a lot more miners.
I think most of them were adults, but I'll ask around. I'm sure you've heard that one before.
I have, but I wasn't expecting it here. So, congratulations, I suppose. Now, if you don't mind getting out of my office.
Literally told him to get
Wow.
out.
A second ago, you were coming on to me.
And you made it clear that it wasn't going to go anywhere and that you're very busy. And then you come at me with puns.
Puns are only appreciated if you're, in a relationship with the other person. Only then can you. I don't know. I know some people don't appreciate them.
Well, Lyris will leave her to her work and find the others, I guess.
Easy enough to do.
Are the rooms are they just kind of bare bones at the moment? Just
At the moment, yeah.
Okay.
It's the stone room equivalent of a fresh coat of paint, polish the floors.
I think then while the others have been doing stuff, Pam was sitting in her room and she took out that, the first drawing that Lyris gave her, and she's trying to fit it inside of this frame that she found.
That's horrible.
So she's just kind of sitting there and tending to that. She's not quite certain if she's going to leave it here in this room or considering that they now know that they've been gone a month, she's curious about the current state of Lyris's inn, that they're gonna have these kind of headquarters for their group. But she tucks it away, I think. She's probably coming out of that room when Lyris comes back in.
Well, all the stoneworkers seem relatively happy. Albatunde's been keeping them safe.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Does it feel kind of weird to you guys to be having some downtime, knowing that we have been gone for so long?
I'm a little anxious about what we might be missing right now, but the people we're escorting need time to rest, to enjoy basic shelter and re-establishing connections to civilization, so I'm hesitant to go back early and rush them along.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's probably best that we just enjoy a night off for the first time in I don't know how long. I mean, I guess that party in the swamp was sort of a night off, but at the same time, it didn't feel like it.
Yeah, not exactly my type of vacation, if I'm being honest.
Well, once we open up the bay, perhaps we can sail to somewhere warm and tropical and take a proper vacation.
Oh, that does sound nice.
Yeah, I've got a few islands in mind, though I don't know what condition they might be in. My maps are very old.
Oh, what are those?
Well, off the top of my head, nothing comes to mind, but when we head back to the city, perhaps we can look at the maps together. And they're south enough that they should be warm places I've always wanted to visit. But who knows, maybe by now they're overrun by pirates or swallowed by the sea entirely, or... We've been closed off for a long time.
I was also just thinking, we've kind of been taking the shortcut with Elvatende kind of bringing us here and stuff. But do you guys remember? Do you remember when we were chasing down Elvatende and we ran into Fort Breaker? He wanted compensation for the damages and stuff, and then we didn't ever go back there. It was kind of our fault. I was thinking maybe when we go back down, we could stop in there.
I wouldn't say it was our fault.
Okay, well, it was my fault then. Wait.
No. I mean, you didn't cause the damage. You let Elvatende free, and Elvatende had been trapped forever, and that was the result of things. I mean, we can certainly go back to Fort Breaker and see how that's all going, and see if we can help, or if Elvatende is willing to revisit that conversation.
I wouldn't mind sparing us a day's travel and maybe just sending a courier with a few gold coins to compensate him. For now.
That's always an option.
But we have refugees to take back down the mountain on the east side, and again, we've been away for a month, and I'm...
Oh, I thought that was on the way to the city.
Is it? I thought it was between Sten's Gap and here.
The Applemasher Acres is between Crystal Harbor and Sten's Gap.
Oh, okay. Then my mistake. Yeah, we can absolutely stop by on the way down, and whatever you feel is fair compensation.
Okay, but you don't let him take advantage of me if he tells me that it's like 100 gold or something, and it's not that much.
How much damage was done? I can't recall. We're going back so far in your life.
We did help him. Well, like Anath helped him with his crops and stuff by like casting some druid magic, but I think like his house was still kind of damaged.
And there was a limited amount of druidic help that could be given at level whatever that was.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll make an offer. And...
There was basically a clear line of trees that had been just stomped through across the entire orchard.
And like, oh, it was an orchard. Okay.
Apple orchard.
So yeah, potentially there is a fair bit of profit loss there, but
are we taking the river back down to the city? Can we all fit on something like that?
All of the refugees would probably not fit, or would be a very, very tight fit on the riverboat that you took. There might be bigger ones, but that would bypass being able to stop at Fort Breakers.
Fair enough.
yeah, I think it's also might get expensive with 16 people on a barge.
Okay, so we're going on foot back to the city.
Yes, I think so.
David, there's like a road on the map that goes down from Sten's Gap along the shifting wood. And then
Yes.
is there like a bridge that goes across the river to the city?
There is.
Okay. All right, I just want to understand.
All right. Well then, we have our heading. We've got our plans in place. Should we just get some rest? Relax the rest of the evening?
Sounds good.
Sure. I was planning on hunting down Alvatinde.
All right. Well,
It's
you
easy
do
to
that.
find.
We'll be here if you need us.
Cam's like, I call it Nastro, which is the only one with the bed and all the pillows, and she's gonna go run towards it.
I think Lyris will join her, and they can start practicing whatever this mind thing that is going on with him is.
Is that a scene you would like to have?
No, we can skip it for now.
Alright.
But he's beginning to try to figure out what that looks like.
We'll go over to Wade, seeking out Alvatende. Easy enough to do. She's like 30 feet tall.
I had a question for you. I got some magical ink from, my people, and I already scribed a spell, and I was wondering if you had any other spells that I might be able to scribe.
I do, but I'm as of yet unable to access them. I would be more than happy to share them with you. My spell book, as it is stuck in a pocket dimension at the moment. I'm seeking access to once again. I lack the supplies to be able to do that. If that was something you're able to help me track down faster rather than later.
What supplies are you needing for that?
Well, for this particular spell, she'll go into describing the material component for it, and it's an assortment of rare gems and wooden materials that would total to about 5,000 gold pieces in value.
A lot. That's a lot.
I wanted to make it very secure, and I did. I was not expecting to be trapped in a statue for, a few hundred years.
Very fair. We do have some connections with some gem merchants. However, we entrusted them with something that was important to us, but when we went to retrieve it, what they gave us was not what we left them with. So,
Concerning.
Before we reestablish that connection, we want to have a very stern discussion with them regarding that.
Double-crossing merchants are not the sort you want to be purchasing rare spell ingredients from.
Yes. But I don't currently have 5,000 gold pieces to purchase those material components.
And she was reading a book, and she'd put it down on her lap to speak to you and closes it. And neither do I. Therein lies the problem.
But we're certainly working our way towards bigger and better quests and endeavors that will help cover costs such as those.
Fantastic. I hate to have to rely on you for these sorts of things, but at least it seems to be a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Absolutely. But I spent some time scribing Dimension Door the other night. For the boon that I got from Oberon was so that I would no longer need to sleep.
That would be very useful. So much more free time.
There were quite a few boons that I was looking at, and it was very hard to choose. Very hard.
Now you have the gift of time, which truly is the most important gift of all.
That's very important. I think that's what I came over here about the spells.
Well,
trying
let me know if there's any particular kinds of magic you're interested in. I am working to rebuild up here. I will no doubt run across many scrolls and lost spell books that I could acquire.
Yeah, I think I'm generally looking for utility spells that help me. Utility spells, or spells that help me control the flow of battle to assist my companions. They deal quite a bit of damage on their own, as can I, but I feel like it's better if I just help, maybe prevent some damage or make an enemy harder, make it harder for an enemy to attack them or something.
Not mature enough to be here.
That's good to know. I will keep my eye out, especially for that sort of material.
I don't know. We were just trying to look for stuff to do, but it's so, for us, it's just, when we have a free moment, it's like we just gotta fill it with something, right?
I know how you feel. I have a very strong compulsion to make up for, a lost 150 years or so. I don't suppose you could convince Lord Oberon to grant me the boon of endless wakefulness?
Who knows? I know there was another task that he was looking for us to assist him in, which we may get around to if someone else doesn't.
Well, I am going to try and talk with him. Perhaps I haven't bargained with the Fae in a long time. See if I can still got it. Maybe I can get something out of this.
Absolutely.
Unless there's anything else y'all specifically want to do today, we can say the party has a restful afternoon, or as restful as exploring the space between your thoughts can be.
I think if after a while, if they don't make a lot of progress, Cam is just like, "Can we make out now?"
Yeah, that sounds
I've
better.
been
Let's do
thinking
that.
this whole time, and I thought, well, maybe if he hears me, then he would be able to just do that. But
Well, I was thinking about making out with you, but I think that might have been my own thoughts.
I guess we'll have to try that again sometime. And then she just starts making out with him.
Yeah, and when you come up for air, it has been a surprisingly long amount of time.
Get some sleep then.
Yeah.
We've been making out for like 9 hours.
It's that Fey magic. Right, yeah, and your evening is as restful as you want it to be, and we dawn the next morning.
Yeah. We were planning on heading back down first thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Definitely anxious to find out what the hell we've missed in the past month.
Now, you were looking for a teleport back to Sten's Gap and then hoof it from there, is that right?
That's the plan, yes.
Yeah, so in the morning, Albatende and Alexandria are sharing some breakfast, which is quite the humorous scene to have them both at the same table. Zan just like climbed up the side of this thing and is basically sat on another chair on top of the table with a smaller table on it in order to engage in this meal. To be talking some sort of plans about the refurbishment of the castle when then they notice it was you. It's just, oh, time to go?
Yes, if you're able.
Yes, I nearly finished the teleportation circle, just waiting for you to put the last glyph in place.
Well, thank you. We're very grateful.
I'm grateful for your assistance as well. Teleporting you is the least I can do. Sten's Gap, center of town, yes?
Works for me.
All right. Stand here, please. And she gestures towards the center of this teleportation circle and takes a piece of chalk out of her pocket and marks up one last sigil. They light up, and you get bent through space and time and find yourself standing in the center of downtown, such as it is, Sten's Gap.
Can we just for my sake, can we just reflavor us going to and from Albatinde as like the Power Rangers becoming like a color and shooting off into the sky?
I call gold.
The motion carries. Yes, you travel via rainbow.
Yes.
Which is mostly just the light refracting off of Lyris, but, you know.
Fucking disco ball.
Disco fish over here.
Yeah. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Right?
I'm shining.
Cam tried it and then knocked it. Wait.
I don't quite know what that means, but okay.
Don't know. Let's figure it out. I don't really know where I was going with that. But yeah, you find yourselves in the center of Sten's Gap, appearing suddenly, startling at least one person who was walking down the street.
Sorry.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hi.
It's fine, and they just walk briskly away as you try to engage them.
Hi.
You'd think they'd be like, wow, that's so cool, but they just seem off-put every time.
Oh, they're obviously someone who hasn't heard of our amazing exploits yet.
Oh.
They'll go and share this weird story about us, and then someone will tell them how amazing we are, and then they'll feel like an idiot for not getting our autograph.
Oh, you think they would ask for our autograph?
I've been thinking that for years, and it's bound to happen eventually.
Oh, and just so I'm clear, Cam, you left the shell and everything except for about 1,500 worth of art?
Yes.
Okay. Not lugging that thing around anymore is really that'd be nice. Weighs about 250 pounds.
Yeah. So during that time, her strength score definitely went up to 19, right, David?
Yeah, for sure. Whatever you did at your level up is up to you.
She's doing arm day for like a month.
I mean, it was strapped to your back. That's not really art.
The back muscles are just
my
absolutely
back and
yoked.
shoulders are.
You got you have abs on your back.
That's not where they're supposed to be. That's weird. All right, well, let's head back to the Orvane and see who's coming with us, I guess.
Yeah. Head on down to the Orvane, and we gather there's some people milling about who have been, waiting for you to come back. And it seems like about half of the crew that, excepting Camp's parents, about half of the crew decided that they're going to stay here, and the other half decided to carry on. A Bev actually waiting there downstairs for you. It says, "So, Lyris, this tavern that you're opening,
Yes.
you still looking to hire? You said it's going to be a while. Do I need to stay here, or is it going to be worth my time to trek all the way so far down south?"
Well, if what we've just learned is correct on our little outing, we may be away for extended periods of time during the construction period where I'll need someone I can trust to oversee things.
Oh, you can trust me, honey. You saved my life.
I've got a good feeling about you, and I would be honored to have you oversee matters in my absence.
Fabulous. Well, you've just hired yourself the best manager you could possibly ever have.
I believe you. So you'll be coming down the mountain with us then?
Certainly seems like it.
Perfect. Well, we're a smaller group now, and things should move a little faster, but everyone stay close, stay tight, and if we tell you to move away from something, get moving.
You tell me to run, just say how fast.
Will do.
30 feet per round.
No, make that 60. Use your action.
Right, yeah, and you reconvene, and your mother and grandparents there. So I guess you're really going all the way to Southport to check on. I feel like I should come as well, but just got back to my home. What? And she's like engaging with her parents and stops very abruptly. Is just looking at them and just, Cam,
yeah.
what would you like me to do?
She thinks for a moment, then she's like, well, you do.
Sorry, I shouldn't have put that on you.
You do have a home here, and people who you know. I guess it depends on if you think that they need you. And she looks at her grandparents.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I don't suspect that there's really much left for us to go back to anyway. So if we get all the way down to Southport and find that all of our assets, belongings have fallen into the possession of others, as would only make sense after having been gone so long, then we'll probably come back up this way.
I mean, we always had business up here as well, so it's not like I couldn't come around either. Southport's kind of out of the way for me.
Make an insight check.
Okay. 17 plus 9,
That'll do
26.
Yeah. She doesn't really know what to do with the notion that you might, like, even the idea that you might want to come around from time to time.
Listen, she's gonna kind of walk closer to her, so that she could talk a little bit quieter. And she goes, I kind of promised. She looks back at where Lyra says, I did promise that I would try. I do need more time, though. But if it's all right, I would like to know this this Gina that everyone is telling me about.
Like, sniffs, tears up and sniffles a little at the, while you're talking to her. I'd like that. I would like that.
Okay, and so my dad, he's not so bad. That's it's none of my business, but I'm just saying.
I need to talk to him. It's been too long.
She's gonna put like a hand on her shoulder and give her like an awkward squeeze. Like that's about as much of a hug as she can muster. And she says, We'll come back this way soon.
I'll be here.
Like some awkward steps back away towards the others.
Okay, well, then she turns back to your grandparents. Be safe. Come back soon. Yeah. And the three of them go in for a group hug. It seems that your grandparents are doing a little bit of work comforting her at the moment. Then, that breaks and looks at you and says, well, I guess I'll go back to our house then. Yeah. And stands awkwardly for a moment to see if you do anything.
She I think she just she grabs the statuette that she thought was Gustav's at first, before she learned that it was that her mom had a different name. She hands it to her and says, I really like this one. Maybe you should put it up on the shelf.
I will. She turns it over, examines it.
I guess we should get going. She says over to not enough for Wade and Lyris to hear.
All right. Well, everyone with me. And Lyris will take the lead.
And the train of what was once 17, now down to, well, with you all included, about 10 people, head south out of town on the trek towards Crystal Heartwood.
Apart from Bev, is there anyone else that Like, is 12 Thread still with us? Did they stay in Sten's Gap? Or, like, anyone
Yes.
else that looked familiar?
12 Threads is also coming along to Crystal Harbor on promises of something about needing to upholster a restaurant.
That's right. Yep. We've got all kinds of fabric-related needs, and I was hoping to tie together a theme for them all, so I'm going to need them custom-made, I think.
Fantastic. I can certainly do this.
Great. Well,
yo.
that's right.
Fantastic.
And, you know, perhaps it'll give you a nice little nest egg to get started on your life in a proper city again.
It would be nice to be in a proper city. Looks around. The outskirts of Sten's Gap. If there is anybody else in this, if there are any sorts of NPCs that you would like to be in this group of refugees, please do let me know. I did not make up 17, but there are more people.
That is fair. Yeah, I'll take the head of the train and keep an eye out for danger as we head down.
Yeah, heading out pretty early, you're able to make Apple Masher Acres by a little bit after lunchtime. It looks like you can still see remnants of the damage, to be sure. It hasn't been that long. Trees take a long time to grow. Some of the ones that were uprooted, looks like they were able to save some of them. Looks like others have been dug up. There's empty spaces. Some of the damage to the house has been patched. Not fully repaired, but patched. See if I remember this guy's voice.
Yeah, Cal was like, so what do we think is like a good amount then?
I think you could pitch him 20 gold. That should cover some lost profits, repairs for some of the damages.
Okay. All right. She'll go and she knocks on the front door. Hello?
Yeah. 1 minute. And there's some rustling and heavy footsteps. Opens the door. Looks down. Shiny lady.
Yeah, that's me. I'm even shinier now.
What can Fort Breaker do for you?
Well, we were passing through, and I remembered that you wanted some compensation for what happened to your property, and
big lady destroyed my fence and my trees.
Yes, well, we kind of became friends with the big lady, and so I felt a little bit obligated to maybe come by and be the one to help you out with that. I was going to suggest, and she's going to hold out, she'll hold out 2 platinum pieces. Would this help you at all with what happened?
I takes them from you before he finishes saying anything. This will help a lot. I would also like an apology from the big lady if she can offer one. This will buy me lots of new trees.
Yeah, I'll definitely tell her to come down. She's very busy with a project up in the mountains right now, but I think that would be okay. She does know how to talk from distances, so I'll pass that message along. And her name is Elvatende, not Big Lady.
Elvatende.
Yeah. You guys might get along, actually, to be honest.
Why do you say that?
Well, I feel like you're, maybe your kind, have a lot in common with her kind, a little bit.
Oh.
I think you said she was very eloquent last time, and it turns out she's actually very nice. So just keep that in mind when she tries to apologize to you. She's like kind of worried that Elbatende is just gonna be like a little bit high and mighty about it.
She is also incredibly powerful, so
as long as she doesn't destroy any more of my trees, then we're okay.
She might actually be able to help that a little bit as far as watering them, right?
Kind of looks at you a little confused. They get plenty of water.
Okay.
Oh, look, there's a crack in this board here. He casts mending. There you go.
Hey. Can you do that for the rest of the broken things?
If you have all the materials for them, then yes.
Reaches around the back of the door and picks up a wooden bucket full of a bunch of broken glass. This is that window.
And would I be able to do that to a broken window?
It's two things that you can put together with mending, so you could.
It would just take a long time.
Yeah. I apologize. The amount of time it would take me to do that would be way more valuable than just buying another window.
It's okay. I already commissioned the window.
Well, here, since it's my shortcoming, he gives him another silver. That should cover the window, right?
More or less.
You're fine.
Like, I got $20 today. I'm happy. You want to buy some apples while you're here? Good harvest.
Oh, actually, that
yes, we would love to buy some apples. We've got a lot of mouths to feed, and he points to the crowd that is behind them.
Fantastic. You just want apples? You want apple pie, apple fritter, apple po' boy, apple and grits?
He has all of that on hand?
There's no one else around. He's just cooking up a storm.
All right. Give me a sampling of everything, whatever another 10 gold will cover.
10 gold, you got it. Wait here.
I would also just like an apple pie to myself. She says.
Got it. Yeah, and he goes back inside, and you can hear motion for a few minutes, and he just comes out with this gigantic box full of an assortment of fresh apples, baked goods. There's a few bottles of cider in there.
Oh.
Is it hard cider?
Some of it is.
He takes the hard cider for himself.
There's for 10 gold, you get a lot of stuff. There's probably like 5 or 6 bottles of hard cider in there.
All right, well then I'll just take 2 of them.
Well, Cam's eating a pie.
Yeah. There's like 4 pies. All kinds of things. Enjoy finest apples in the whole bay.
Well, thank you very much, Board Breaker. It was a pleasure doing business.
It truly has been.
He just takes the box out to the crowd. I hope you all like apples.
I guess.
Beggars can be choosers.
I don't have anything against them.
Another Sunday, as she's eating her pie. Elvatende, Yeah.
Uh,
You need to apologize to Fort Breaker, who lives on. There was like some sort of name to like this place, right?
Apple Masher Acres.
Apple Mash. Okay. At Apple Masher Acres, you kind of destroyed his home 2 months ago.
Is that the charming fellow who started throwing rocks at me?
Cam scrunches her face a little bit. Looks at Lyris and wait. Her breaker threw rocks at her. Should I still tell her that? Should follow through with an apology?
He probably did it after she smashed something, to be fair.
Oh, that's probably true. Another son.
Oh my gosh. Such wise usage of our spell slots today.
I know. To be fair, he only did that to protect his property, and we did pay him for the damages, so maybe you could just say sorry. she trails it off for a while.
It's like, you're right. You're right. I was not in a good headspace that day. I probably could have been more careful as I was walking through his orchard.
Yes, I think she's gonna apologize.
Well done, Cam. Once again, you've navigated a complicated social situation with grace.
Oh wow, I'm getting good at that.
Yes, I do believe I'm rubbing off on you a little bit.
He thinks about that for a second. I think in Cam's head, you're like, let's get transferred through kissing. But yeah, she kind of groups up again, just enjoying this delicious pie.
It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Probably better than you would expect, having interacted with Fort Breaker twice now.
What species was he again?
Goliath.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Goliath or Furbolg, so.
But very delicate, crisp, yet flaky crust.
A lot of finesse for someone who's like so large and lumbering.
Yes. You head on, carrying on to Crystal Harbor?
Yeah, as best we can.
Yeah. Let's see. To look at my map. I can't remember how long this journey takes. On foot.
That is fair. We haven't done it in like 2 years real time.
We slept on the boat from Sten's Gap to
Yeah.
Crystal Harbor, so
Incarnate is taking a moment to load. There we go. It would be 3 days on foot. You could do it quicker if you were hustling, but with a group of 7 accompanying you, some of whom are elderly, hustling's probably not going to happen. So
Yeah.
is there anything else you all would like to accomplish over the next 2 days, day and a half while you're traveling?
before they leave the shifting wood area, there is one thing that Cam would like to do if nobody else has something before then.
My only thing is,
yeah.
Sorry. Go.
So that's going to be like right before town.
Yeah, my only thing really is keeping an eye out for monsters, unusual creatures, other ranger shit, if I see any rare plant life.
Absolutely. Make that survival for me.
Survival. It's a 22.
22. That is pretty good. You find on your way back a stand of a plant known as hawkweed.
Ooh.
Which is not an uncommon plant, but a patch this large in the perfect condition for harvesting the flowers is somewhat notable. They don't bloom for very long before the flowers wither. It has many magical uses, some of them in some healing properties, as well as something that may be of particular interest to you, Lyris, is that there are some applications in, what do you want to call it? Mild psychoactive properties.
Ooh.
Promoting specifically clarity of thought.
Okay.
And you said you got a 22?
Yes.
And could also can help improve vision under some circumstances when used appropriately.
Interesting. All right. Well, I will harvest what I can of that. Especially if I know that it withers quickly, I may as well just take a whole bunch.
Yeah. You have a lot. We'll figure out what we can do with that later and exactly how much it is.
Fair enough.
Cam is just making sure while they're traveling that everyone has food and stuff. Probably goes out into the woods occasionally with Lyris's help to gather food.
Yeah.
And you it almost, but it does feel to you like the woods themselves are helping you find what you're looking for. You turn back past something you missed, and there's just the perfect view between these two bushes to find a patch of berries, or you drop something, bend down to pick it up, and there's a whole smattering of edible mushrooms there.
Lyris probably hears Cam just be like, "Thanks, Dad."
It's like gathering up all this food. Like, this is the easiest this has ever been. I don't understand what's happening.
My dad's the CEO.
Now, if only we had a couple pheasants. No? Okay. That's fine.
If only we had a couple pheasants. Oh my.
There is a rustling in a bush behind you, and a fox pops out and runs away.
I don't want to shoot a fox. I like foxes. I think that Lyris feels a certain affinity with foxes. Like, they're the only land creature that he's like, yeah, you go get it, buddy.
It's cute.
Now talk to this man about some fish that can get it. Different story.
I don't know where we're going with that one, but
to a really bad pun that jumped in my head just now, which stupid sexy flounders.
Oh, I see. I'm just glad you didn't go for codpiece.
Wow.
That would have been good too. The next day and a half, 2 days of travel go very smoothly. This area is very familiar to all of you by now, and generally has a reputation for being pretty safe.
So I think the night before they're going to be leaving the shifting wood area, Cam takes a moment to sort of try to connect with her dad, and she's got her dome set up, and she's kind of just sitting facing the woods along the edge of the river, and she has a little she has something cupped in her hands as she's thinking about she's kind of trying to tap into that feeling that she felt at the Orvane that one night, where it was just like suddenly she was in her dad's presence. And she's kind of sitting there like, Dad, if you're out there, I kind of wanted to talk to you about something, a couple of things. Actually, 3 things. They just pile up in her head quickly. But mostly
she's on her own while she's doing this.
Doesn't matter. She's sitting there. She does pray like every day, so it's not uncommon for her to do it around you. But if you want Lyris to be there while she's saying this, because she does say it under her breath and she's saying it out loud.
I think he's like close enough to hear it, and he's just like, "Oh God, please don't let one of them be me."
Yeah. Cam, you after you do that, a few seconds go by, and you and only you feel this like warm summer breeze shift your hair a little bit, even though it is early winter now.
So, okay, first of all, I know you kind of weren't too sure about it, but I found my mom, and things were kind of weird. Did you know she's 2 people? Anyway, that doesn't matter, but she said that she needed to talk to you, and I just thought you should know that. I kind of encouraged that. She's like ripping the thing in her hand tighter. The second thing is I kind of have a boyfriend. And it, well, maybe you just want to be careful about when you're watching over me. And the other thing is, she opens up her hand, and it's that fragment of the divine bone that she was told about. You kind of said that your influence was fading in the area, and I found something that I was told makes beings really powerful, or it holds a lot of power. And I didn't know if it would help you at all, but if it would, I would love for you to have it. And she just kind of goes quiet.
Yeah, after a moment, and I have to say, to anyone else nearby, it looks like Cam is just sitting there in silence for a few seconds afterwards. But Cam, you see outside of the dome some wind whip through, and some leaves coalesce into a humanoid shape from the legs up, still remaining almost like some high boots made out of leaves down towards his feet, but settles into the figure of a tall, blonde man with long hair, very fair skin, We spoke last night. Your mother and I.
Oh, sorry I didn't warn you sooner.
It's okay. I knew she was back. I
Oh.
know everything that happens in these woods.
Okay. I won't pry in that. She holds the fragment out. Is this something that would help at all?
I could draw power from that. Undoubtedly.
I guess I never asked. Do you want to? Is it kind of a good thing that you're not, that your power isn't extending further?
I should like it to extend further if the wood grows too big unchecked. Eventually I won't be able to manifest like this for you or for anybody. Eventually. My first charge is protecting the wood. That duty I am bound to.
She's gonna take a few steps forward, closer. She's gonna she takes the piece of divine bone fragment and she holds it up closer to him, and she kind of takes note of whether or not it seems to interact with him at all, the way that it did her.
If it interacted a little bit with you, it's like humming when you hold it close to him.
I think she then takes his hand and holds it so that he's kind of holding it against himself, and she goes, "Oh, I would really like for you to continue doing that and showing up for me, so I would like you to have it."
I will. And you can see you sort of push it into his chest here as just this cascade of light and divine energy starts encircling the entire area, almost overwhelming your vision with this, bright golden celestial radiance. Before subsiding after a moment.
And if one day I get even more powerful enough and I could somehow help you with protecting things up here, I think that would be pretty cool.
And let's see. Do you want to introduce me to him, though?
I think maybe some she thinks about it for a second. Kind of, yeah, but I don't know if he would want that. I should probably talk to him about it.
Well, thanks to your gift, I have much more power to manifest myself. And if you look around right now, it looks like everything outside of the dome, outside of Cam and Cathmore are just sort of frozen at the moment.
Oh, so if he said yeah, and then we didn't have to get too much closer to come out here and meet you? Is that I could sort of call you from this city?
Willing to try. It's much easier for me to manifest in front of you than others.
Right. We'll take a walk someday, I think, if that's the case.
Sounds delightful.
All right.
Don't worry, I won't check in on you this evening.
Her cheeks getting a bit red, and she's like, okay. She's right, thanks, Dad. And she's gonna
Thank you.
kind of comes out of her like meditative state inside the dome once more. And she starts getting ready for bed, and she's like avoiding talking to anyone as she does till she goes to sleep.
And I think we're going to find out what happens when they get back to Crystal Harbor next time.
Sounds good.